Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. There was a couple seconds there
Slow and
where
silent.
Why am I sneaky? Okay. Ah, fine sword. To His Grace, I write to implore. The rest of the letter is crossed out in several places and then abandoned altogether. The prayer scrolls are coated in a thick layer of grime and dust.
Yes.
Spared the candle flame, it seems, and so their prayers go unanswered. Was that Kana? Yes. Hey, look at all this.
A simple test. That's settled.
A level 2 lock. Yeah, I was really expecting Book of Verses. Small volume of verses and psalms is somewhat battered, suggesting it used to be carried on someone's person. The pages are dog-eared and worn, and the gold threads from which form the title of the book have begun to fray. The book tends to open to a particular section, where someone has marked a verse with a small blotch of ink. Eggnog, the bright star, spoke, and her voice was like a clarion cry, calling his soul forth. He knew her for the right hand of the shining god, and was afraid. "O wanderer, hear me," she spoke. "You are known to us, and your deeds put you far from salvation." And he wept, for he knew that his sins lay bare before this great illumination. Then Sargamus spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright day's sun. "Weep not, for the child of light has forgiveness even for you, if you will embrace him." Harmkade knelt before them and then, resolved to save himself, and asked what he must do. And Modagun spoke. Her voice was like the songbird's final hymn, bidding farewell to the day's limit. "What darkness lies within you, you must cast into his light. Your sins will be burned from you, until you are newly formed, reborn into his keeping." So spoke Modagund, but Ednung warned him, saying, "You have walked all these years into darkness, and must now return. You will find a path like treading fire, and at every step you will be tempted to turn away. But no harm will come to you if you keep your faith." Great Western Stag. One day Ilthus was sitting on a wall watching a cat play in the sun. A crystal hung in a nearby tree had fragmented a sunbeam and scattered small motes of light on the ground. They danced around the cat, sliding over him as he frantically batted at them. He spun in place, following one as it rushed past him, and leaped on it, trying to pin it down. Ilthus smiled, amused at the animal's tenacity. The cat landed on a spot, placing his paws over it, only to watch it flit away again. Ilthus watched the cat's tail twitch and slap at the ground, annoyed that his prey could not be pinned. "Why must you tease him?" a voice said from behind him, accompanied by the crunch of sandals on gravel. "I merely bring the dawn," Ilthus responded. "I don't stoke the hunter's heart. That's your responsibility, isn't it?" "True," said a second voice, "but neither do you quell it. If the hunter could not see his prey, could he still hunt? So philosophical, Yeeeah," Yothis said, and turned to greet the two gods that approached him. "Have you come to debate the parallel between sight and desire?" He gestured to the wall, inviting Yeeeah and Galawain to join him. They sat in silence, watching the cat, who continued to hunt the sun, fruitlessly swatting at another mote, and then rolling onto his back. "I have created the ultimate prey," Eothis said finally, breaking the silence. "It can be tracked, it can be followed, it can be seen, but it can never be caught." Galawain laughed lightly. "You don't agree, Galawain?" Eothis asked. "While it's true that your creation is elusive, it hardly can be considered the ultimate prey, because it never can be caught." He paused, his brow furrowed in thought. "If that mote of light had substance, the hunter could subdue it. Otherwise it's merely a dream, truly a fruitless endeavor." "All creatures spend their lives chasing fruitless endeavors," said Yeeeah. "It is the way of mortality." Galawain laughed again. "I could create a creature, a living creature of flesh and blood that could never be caught. I make your dream a reality." Now was Eothis's turn to laugh. "You propose turning a fruitless dream into a fruitless reality. How is this any better? A life spent in the pursuit of an unattainable goal far exceeds any other. But you just said no one could catch this creature. That is not attainable." Humanity has surprised us before. Indeed, it could surprise us again. I will create a great white stag, and I will set it free of this world. It will have grace, resilience, and tenacity. It will exist solely to be pursued for all its days, and it will never be caught. It will serve to inspire the hunt for generations to come. All those who wish for glory will invoke my name. All those who hear its story will ask for my blessing in finding it. Yeeeah shook her head and threw Galloway a bemused look. I do not believe this is possible, so I too will make an offer. To the person who catches this stag, they will catch the stag. I will bestow upon them its grace, resilience, and tenacity. Thrice blessed they will be. They will ask for my blessing on the hunt so they can obtain my boon. Galloway and Yeeeah took up arguing whose name would be evoked more when the hunt was on. Eothas sighed, a small smile playing at the edges of his mouth. He shook and looked to the sky. The sun had already started to hide itself behind the mountains. The cat, long ago tired of stalking the moats, had fallen asleep beneath the tree. He turned and looked at the other gods, deep in debate, and sighed again. I merely bring the dawn, he repeated, as he made his way down the path. It is up to you to see what I reveal. That's neat. I like that story. Okay. There's a hunting bow that was locked in there. See if we can find more spiders. Or Skoldir. Skoldir too. Vermin have scoured these plates, though mold still grows in green-black clumps across the table. And you
Following
have
your lead.
gunner talent, so switch back to your pistol, please.
As you say.
Yes.
Trap triggered. Oh, it's a garnet. Cape of withdrawal.
I'm on the trail.
Buried secrets.
A simple test.
It's locked. Because, of course it is.
Yes.
Okay. Let's continue over here. Oh! There's a way to open it. I could break it. I could lockpick it if I have Fnord, but I bet what you do is you ring the bells and it unlocks. But before that, we're going to clear this upper level.
That's it!
Oh?
That thing's... There we go. Remain dominated not very long. A haze fills the air, coalescing steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers into the outline of what appears to be a dwarf, a simmering echo that fades in and out of sight. But stronger than a sight is the sense within you, of a powerful energy. It roils and seethes with grief that seems to spill into your own thoughts, tainting them until the sorrow is your own. Like a crashing wave, the energy surges towards you, into you. Suddenly you are elsewhere. Before you is the brightly lit stone corridor, lined with torches and gleaming crystals. You're running, your footsteps echoing off the stone around you. You forgot to tie your sandals, and they're slipping from your feet, fouling your steps. You're late again. The rite's going to begin without you. You hear the tolling of a bell, and your spirits lift as you recognize the familiar warped tone of the right hand, representing the first of the dawn stars to appear in the night sky, and the last to fade in the dawn light. You pray fiercely that this is the first of the chimes and not the last. The lights fade, and as does the memory. When your eyes clear, the spirit is gone.
Certainly.
Okay. Powerful odor of spices rises from one of these dishes. Vibrant dyes and grain seeds fill the others. That's gold again, isn't it? And a dagger. Okay, let's continue clearing these halls. We have a couple more, another room to take out. To check out. Another room or two. Don't think I can get there. How about in here? Anything in here? Already got this. What's up here? Oh, the cutest cat is falling off. Will-o-wisp, and there's something to stand behind it.
Crave. Does feel.
That was interesting. Spirit residue. Parchment is worn and tattered, and the ink upon it faded. In this time of hardship, must have just as much faith in ourselves as in Aothas. Adra, and some copper pand. Okay, so nope, wrong room. Okay, I think 3 bells hang from the stone protrusion that runs along this wall. Years of dust, grime coat the metal. There is one large bell at the center, flanked by 2 smaller ones. Okay, the right hand. Okay. So this one's second. I think we start with the right hand. Bells sounds a strange warbling peal that grows to painful shrillness before it diminishes to a mournful chime. And the middle larger bell. You heave at the bell as it swings back in the other direction. The clapper strikes a low, powerful note against the heavy iron. You feel the ringing in your chest as the sound moves through the ruined halls in a rolling tide. Okay. The bell tolls a high, piercing note of startling power. The tone echoes merrily through the halls until it seems that a dozen chirping notes ring through the temple. Let's try it again. Once more. Strange hush falls upon the room, muting the sound of the bells and eternal drip of stamped stone alike. And then suddenly a dissonant toll sounds from the bells, so loud and piercing that you are compelled to cover your ears. Examine the bells. Bells appear to be fully intact. They are made of a thick iron and look very heavy. There doesn't appear to be much out of the ordinary about them. So I think there. This one is the last one. The middle. The left. The middle. And that did not work. Okay, we'll try this again. The peculiar chime rings through the ruins. There's a quiet melodic chime from all 3 bells before the discordant voices meet in one powerful rising rush of sound. It seems to fill the whole temple, a driving flood of song that drowns all other thought. So the hints were this was second and this was both first and last. The right hand was both first and last. So I thought it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it turned out to be 1, 2, 3, 4. As the tolling fades, you hear a creak from the direction of the doors, as the passage to the lower level swings open. Okay. Going to quick save. Camping in the wilderness requires camping supplies, which may be purchased at a variety of stores. If you don't have access to camping supplies, most inns have inexpensive rooms for rent. Excuse me. Excellent. Find the remains of the Yothosan priests. Anything to look at here?
Silence surrounds me.
Now, it's strange looking back. All the time I spent here growing up. Never seeing what was coming.
Hello, Shadow.
Brave.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Dead on!
Now I'm doing the sneaky bit because I might
Silence
run across
surrounds
another
me.
trap. And traps don't give experience if you trip them. Ooh. Something almost saw me. Hello, cutest kitty. It's not a particularly big map.
Dead on!
Did you knock down a spirit? You are talented, Ader.
I'll take a look.
There's another door. I don't see any traps. Let's continue searching this area before we open any doors. Yeah, I definitely was supposed to complete this much earlier. I vaguely remembered finding the stairwell way at the beginning of the game and then having
Brave
never...
Dalfila
Ooh, they teleport! I wonder if that's a new ability that we just discovered.
Let's see what lies this way.
There's another door. And another door.
Shh.
And more doors. And this area is flooded. Down into darkness. Down into darkness. Hey, get us started.
Yes?
I think we're that rock.
Wow, they did not last long. Did not last long at all.
Certainly.
Oh, hello. Crumpled note. Gestra, I know that the temple baths boast great healing properties and that your back ails you still. Still, I would ask that if you are to indulge for the greater part of the day, you give over your key to the sanctum to someone else for safekeeping. This is not the first time we have been forced to wait to perform the day's rites. Erectress Obrica's often too far below to hear our knocking. An amethyst and some copper pan. Oh, a book. Ethosian Prayer. And the sun shall break through the darkness, the new dawn arriving with the rebirth of the day. Rejoice, all ye who dwell in the shadow, who are broken and beaten. The winter soon comes to an end. Spring shall rise, bringing light and life to the world. Radiant light, radiant life, and thy soul shall find the warmth in his arms. All creatures bask in his glory. The rays of his countenance bathe the world, bringing an end to the night, ushering in the day. Kneel before him and wonder at his benevolence. Feel the warmth of his radiant presence. If thou art broken, he shall make thee whole. If thou art in darkness, he shall bring thee into the light. If thou art sinful, thou shalt be reborn. If thou art cold, his warmth shall bolster thee. How canst thou, so lowly and worn, speak words of proper adulation? Thine eyes whose gaze sees the sin in me, yet still shows love. Thine hands whose grip pulls me out of darkness. Thine ears listening to my every prayer. Thine heart bright as the dawn, giving me warmth when I am raw. Eothas, the light of spring, sun of the world, thou givest me life and purpose. If thine heart be black, if thine intention be impure, thy life is forfeit. For he hath seen, he can see, he will see. Nothing is hidden from his glory. His light touches every corner of the world. Nothing is hidden from his sight. If thou doest thy work in the dark, if thou wouldst keep thine actions hidden, thou shalt be buried in the sun of the new dawn. Day comes soon. Prepare for the dawn. Nothing is hidden from his reach. That's... Hey... Oh, that's... Wait a minute. 2 lore. Very quick. Oh, because it's the... Not crafting. There we go. Not that. Look at all the pets I have. What is this? Polished pommel stone. Oh, that's for that. Okay. Who picked up the there it is. Oiling spray. It's in the consumables. Interesting. Okay. See you in a little bit. That's a new video coming, I think.